Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Yap-A-Doodle. This is just a little show where I talk about the things I've been drawing lately, and for today's episode, I'm drawing Fox McCloud from the Starfox series. So as many may know, the Mario Galaxy movie came and went fairly recently. I want to save any major thoughts on it for a more appropriate Yap-A-Doodle someday, but easily one of the biggest surprises from the movie was the sudden inclusion of Fox McCloud from the Starfox series. Well, I mean, it would have been if the marketing team didn't slap him on a poster for the movie like a week before it came out, which was certainly a choice. But seeing him in the movie, watching him definitely be one of the movie's biggest highlights, as well as potentially sowing seeds for some cool stuff to come, absolutely activated the latent Starfox hyperfixation within my system. And very soon after I saw the movie, I was neck deep in the series all over again, which is what inspired me to work on this piece. As far as my overall history with the series goes, my introduction to Starfox came, much like with a lot of Nintendo franchises aside from Pokemon, which was through playing Smash 64 back in the day with my siblings. Saying this, I don't remember picking up any proper Starfox games until, I want to say Zero for the Wii U, which I remember really enjoying, but for some reason it didn't really push me to try any of the older games in the series. At the time, anyway. I want to say that I then probably gave a look into the series around 2024. It was just I needed something to do while I was waiting for Shadow Generations to come out, and my brain randomly decided, hey, the original Star Fox is on NSO. How about we play that? And that very quickly turned from just playing through the original to playing through the original twice, playing Star Fox 2 a couple times, and then spending far more time than comfortable admitting with Star Fox 64. I very much fell in love with this series practically overnight, with its abundance of replayability, the memorable characters and music, and just the overall aesthetic. And during my most recent marathoning through these games, shortly after seeing the Mario Galaxy movie, I was able to add on to this by finally playing through Star Fox Soul, as I found a physical copy shortly after seeing the movie, which has quickly become one of my go-to games for just something needing to chill out. I did also find a copy of Adventures, which I'm currently diving through in my spare time, and I'm having a decent amount of fun with it. Star Fox is a series I find very difficult to pick a favourite in, as they seem to all have they all seem to have a lot of features that I think set them apart from one another just enough that I can go into any of them and expect a very fun time. The first two in the SNES I find fascinating just from what they were able to accomplish on the old hardware. Star Fox 2 especially for all the different mechanics and the game features that would later be brought back into later games for the same, and the structure of being about more strategizing how to best approach a situation that the game just randomly throws you into. 64 is the one I definitely find the most replayable and memorable, having all those different routes you can take depending on your skill level, encouraging a great deal of replayability, especially when on certain routes different extra things can happen on certain levels, specifically with Bill, Cat, and even Starwolf, which makes every playthrough feel incredibly unique, even if some parts like the Landmaster do kind of drag the game down for me just a smidgen. And then with having recently finished Assault, I really enjoy how much it pushes the formula in new ways with the on-foot missions, which are admittedly a little on the clunky side, especially with, once again, the Landmaster, and how finicky I found its lock-on to be. But it was cool seeing a plot in the Star Fox series that wasn't just evil monkey head with hands is evil, go stop. Not to say it was much better, but it was at least something other than a retread of what Star Fox 64 did, which was already a semi-retread of what the original Star Fox did. As for the piece itself, so much of my energy went into getting Fox in the R-Wing looking alright, that I kinda didn't have much energy to come up with a particularly interesting background. So I just tried to do something akin to those parts of Corneria in 64 where you're skimming over the water before reaching the city. It was fun trying to draw Fox in the R-Wing, since I've never really been good with anthropomorphic characters, unless your name is Sonic, or any kind of vehicle, so this was a really fun challenge overall, especially since the last time I attempted any kind of Star Fox drawing was just about 10 years ago, back when Zero was first releasing. A part of me is really hopeful that Fox's appearance in the Mario Galaxy movie is a sign of good things ahead for the franchise, considering it's been so long since we last had a game in the series, and that it had quite possibly the biggest possible spotlight put upon it. I can only hope that our next adventure in the Lilac system, / another retelling of our first adventure in the Lilac system, isn't too far away. thank you all so much for watching. If you liked this episode of Yap-A-Doodle, please throw us a like and subscribe to stay updated on future episodes, as well as other animations and videos I'm working on. Have yourself a fantastic day, and take care.